Hey, Stoney here with another live cast of Mechabellum. Alright, so we got the new building meta. I think range should trump a lot of things, so we're gonna go with the Saber Arclight. Now, Arclight definitely should get ranged. Saber, we'll have to see. Opponent also got the Saber. And this time is with rapid fire. Okay, so that means all we need is to protect the tower. Right? And then we can essentially put arc lights here. Alright, that sounds pretty straightforward. So we're gonna do a arc light, saber, arc light, wall over here. Now, my opponent, of course, can get to the other side. You know what? We could use another protector here. And since he's got crawlers, and I do want the crawlers to run into me, we are going to take fangs. And we're actually going to move them back a little bit. So this is like as far back as it's going to get. And the next turn, we're going to consider adding stone collars. Alright, goes for the hound. He's also going very far back. Okay. It's actually going on both sides. So this side we should be able to protect. Alright, now we're moving into the range of that, the gun. Okay, not completely in range, which is what I like. Just don't want it to be completely in range. Just enough, right? Enough to kind of get the damage out there. Okay. That's that. I'm going to take down that saber. Is he fortified? No, he's amp. Okay, it's got the amp core. Come on, shoot it before he gets it. Oh, that's a bad one. Alright, we're going to shoot it. And then we're going to get tower. And we're going to shoot his stuff. Cool. Alright, next turn we're going to go for storms, perhaps? Void eyes? Tanks? Tanks might be good. Void eyes not terrible either. Tough one, tough one. Void Eye is free, and Rhino is free. What if I just Rhino him? Who's gonna get pulled? You gonna get pulled? No, nobody's gonna get pulled. Alright. In that case, I'm gonna Rhino you, and then maybe put another one of you here. And this guy can essentially fire right here. Kind of get pushed, right? And then the fangs can protect the sniper. And then we're going to try to Rhino him on the other side. It is such a weird meta. Let's see if it works. Alright, he went for the tanks. Understandable. That's what I would do. Well, the question is, can the Rhino get there in time to actually do the job? It looks like it's getting there, right? The tanks are annoying, but once we clear, we can switch up into maybe a scorpion. Alright. Improve steel balls, redeployment, EM. None of this is particularly good. Maybe redeployment, so I can get the Rhino out of there. Perhaps? I'm not sure. Oh, it's just crawlers. That's alright. Hopefully the wasp can help with defending like this area. Alright, lots of tanks. We could do like a pseudo gospel here. It's not the worst idea here. How many crawlers am I gonna pull? That is the question. Alright, lots of tanks. 2, 3. Okay, here comes the wasps. Should be able to clear some tanks, but that gun though. That gun is gonna do some damage. There it is. It's doing damage. Wow. So that's the power. That is the power of these guns. They're ridiculous. What the hell? Okay, definitely don't sell that one. That one's adding so much value. What the hell? Wow, I still couldn't kill it. That is some insane side guns. Holy crap. Alright, we're gonna shield drop this. Take range. I'm gonna put this right here. And get some crawlers. Just gonna take attack here. Actually wanted to delay this just a little bit. Here's the wasp summon. Oh, I totally forgot about the wasp summon. Hopefully these fans will turn around. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Alright, time to take the armor on the rhino. Oh, I got like one fan that turned around. That's redunculous. But the wasps are chasing the arc light, which is not great. But my wasps are winning. So if I can kill... Oh, this is fine. This is fine. We're still gonna get tower. We're not winning on the side, but we're gonna get tower. And that side gun, holy crap. Not the side gun, the turret. So much value. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's okay. Getting some healthy experience here. Much needed. Alright, next time we're gonna take armor. Triple steel ball is nutty. Actually, we're gonna take whirlwind first. And then we'll do another rhino, but this time just a little behind. And we're gonna keep it running. Actually, we don't need that many phoenixes, so I'm gonna sell a phoenix. I'm gonna keep adding fangs here. Alright, we got tons of steel balls. And nothing wrong with steel balls. Hopefully the Phoenix and Marksman will be able to deal with them. That's a lot of freaking steel balls. We just need crawlers and maybe like a wraith. Actually, we can just do exploding rhinos, to be honest. Oh, alright. Actually clear out the steel balls real nice. Alright, taking the loan here, but I'm gonna get towered again. And the Phoenixes should start to work on his bigger units. Alright, gospel in action here. Deployment module, efficient tech. Could take the deployment module, potentially. But I think I just want to get crawlers. And get drill. We're gonna take a stronger. I think this one is slightly under siege, so we want to make sure this is protected. Probably just do this. Drill crawler is gonna do really well into all of this. Now I'm gonna move this fan over here. We're gonna move this guy straight to tower. Alright, he's taking AA on the Mustangs. Alright. Joe's gonna do wonders here. Just like goes in and just eat up all the balls. I love taking using Mustangs as defense because they're bad into gospel. All I need is to hit armor on the rhino and we're good to go. Alright, we're gonna hit armor. Javelin is pretty sweet. EM is gonna hurt. Is there anything I like to Jav? Probably not. He would definitely want to Jav. I want to move this rhino maybe over here. Just forward a little bit. I'm gonna add another rhino here. Actually, we could do a rhino down here. Nothing wrong with that. Let's do another rhino here. Another shield's available. Okay. And another wasp. With this, we're just gonna missile. that. This guy is gonna go straight to the tower. Alright, he's gonna jav, as expected. Lots of tanks on this side now. Annoying crawler. Okay, Mustang's finally getting the unit that they're meant to do, meant to destroy. But I'm hoping, these Mustangs in the back line, they're just a bunch of Chad just hitting the right units. Alright. Well, the jab was pretty devastating this turn. But all things considered, do I still get to scam them? Oh, wow. That's insane. I didn't expect to scam them. Okay, scammed. Good. Wasp swarm. Probably don't need that. Do need to make these guys super tanky because we want them right up there. And let's just get rid of the crawlers. Alright, so many tanks. Now let's see. We have armor, rhino with photon. So there's just gonna be quite a lot of fighting going on here. We also have fire. I totally forgot about the fire. Was that offered this turn? I didn't even know. I saw the wasps and I was like, no, that's gonna come. It's a lot of freaking Mustangs though. A lot of tanks too. Oh, the rhinos don't care. Oh, the Mustangs and the tanks are moving forward. Oh, still getting towered. Okay. I think that's going to be game. Well, that is how the gospel works in the current situation. But to be honest, my opponent doesn't know this is not the correct counter to gospel. Tanks are okay as a meat shield, but what you really need is Wraith. Because right now you have two sets of problems, right? You need to stop a very big unit, which is armor rhino. And then you also need to stop a bunch of crawlers. Tanks and Mustang, they're both kind of decent, but not great into both. But a Wraith, on the other hand, especially with degen, it's going to slow everything down. All you need is just have enough chaff at the front, and then the Wraith can pretty much carry everything else. How do I feel about the patch so far? It is weird. Like, it is very weird. And I can't exactly say if it's better for defense or aggro, because if you're an aggro player, you can essentially not protect a side, right? So for me here, I just put all my units on the weak side, and then the other side I just have nothing, and then I can just go straight into aggroing. When you're aggroing, you can actually aggro the strong side because your units don't really get into the shields or the walls. So that's a potential advantage. But yeah, for defense, I definitely see the appeal, but I don't think it weakens aggro. It weakens cheese, right? For sure. You can't just run a crawler, because I love to put a crawler around 2 at the opposite side of the board and just run to tower. Couldn't do that anymore. Can't really do wasp run bys either, or just crawlers in the back because of this gun. This gun doesn't kill a full squad of crawlers in a single clip, which means if you are lucky, you could maybe get a few crawlers onto tower. But that's, at this moment, you know, early round cheese is hard to do. All right, well, I'm looking forward to more games on this new patch. And if you like what you're seeing, here's another one for you. And I hope to see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.